Building an accessory dwelling unit is like putting together a puzzle where every square inch counts. So does every dollar. ADUs are a huge investment, so we understand wanting to save money in every way you can. Unfortunately, we've seen too many homeowners fall victim to these 5 ADU mistakes that ended up costing them thousands. Hi, I'm Caitlin, the founder at Maxable. We've helped match hundreds of homeowners to builders and designers for their ADU projects, and we can help you too. Stay tuned to learn how. Mistake number 1, hiring a designer who's not experienced with ADUs. So let's say you know an architect that's built some amazing homes. Great, but what you really need is someone that has experience designing specifically ADUs. The regulations of an ADU are going to be vastly different from those of a single-family home. Plus, designing an ADU is more challenging than most people realize. Think about it. Your designer has to pack all the necessary and normal features of a single-family home, like the kitchen, the bathroom, the bedroom, into a fraction of the space. On top of that, they have to play Tetris trying to fit it on a lot that already has a house, trees, or a patio. They have to think about maintaining privacy for the main house and for the ADU. In the end, a designer who's an ADU newbie can cost you both time and money. They'll also have to research all the state and local ADU regulations, and they won't be equipped to deal with city planners who aren't knowledgeable about what you're legally allowed to build, and a lot of them aren't. That can mean not getting the ADU you want or having to pay for items or services that you don't need. Experienced ADU designers know that every decision has to take into account regulations, space, budget, and long-term return on the investment. Here's an example. San Jose, California requires ADUs to be all electric. We're expecting many more cities to pass similar laws. That's going to affect an ADU's design right down to the water heater. Electric tankless water heaters are small but expensive, and homeowners balk at that price. Electric standard-size water heaters are cheaper, but building codes in San Jose require them to have 12 square feet of enclosed space inside the ADU. 12 square feet is a lot of space in an ADU. It's like a large closet, an office nook, or a bigger kitchen or bathroom. An experienced ADU designer knows this, along with dozens of other decisions that will save you money now or earn you more in the future. At Maxable, we've helped hundreds of homeowners source a designer for their ADU project, and we can help you too. Mistake number 2, changes during construction. If there's one mistake nearly every homeowner makes, it's asking for changes during their ADU construction. What may seem like a simple, inexpensive change is rarely simple or inexpensive. And here's why. ADUs are small, so anything you change affects other parts of the build. Even something as simple as enlarging a closet by a foot could mean moving a plumbing, electrical, framing, drywall, and then repainting. Your contractor will have to bring back all those people who do each of those trades so that they can demolish and rebuild. Those extra hours of labor can get very expensive, and you'll pay for the extra materials too. Changes also delay the rest of the build, and many contractors will charge a fee for that. The smart approach is to carefully review your ADU plans with your designer so you're not caught off guard, feeling like you don't have enough storage space or you don't really understand the size of the bathroom. Make your changes in the design phase before you submit for permits, not in the construction phase. Okay, mistake number 3, extending a garage conversion in the wrong direction. Okay, so we love garage conversions and we've helped lots of homeowners build them. Obviously, the most cost-effective way to convert your garage is to build within the existing footprint. But if you're looking for a little bit of extra space, there's this little secret that I'm gonna let you in on. Believe it or not, there's actually a cost-effective way to extend a garage and a more expensive way. The cost-effective way is expanding it in the direction of the garage door. Most structures are built with 2 load-bearing walls and 2 non-load-bearing walls. A load-bearing wall is exactly what it sounds like. It holds the weight of the majority of the building. In case of a garage, most likely the non-load-bearing wall is the side with the garage door, meaning the demo can be kept to a minimum. Extending through the rear of the garage, opposite the garage door, is also relatively inexpensive because it's not a load-bearing wall, although you will need to do some demolition. You want to avoid expanding out to either side, especially if you're only trying to gain a few extra square feet, because those walls are load-bearing and will require more reinforcement. The roof might also be more costly to expand in that direction, so the roof line matters in this and is something to think about as well. Mistake number 4 is not separating the utility meters. Homeowners get sticker shock when they find out how much it costs to install separate utility meters for their ADU. It can be anywhere from $2,000 to more than $5,000 for an electric meter. Yikes. But it often makes financial sense in the long run to spend that money now so that in the future your tenants can pay their own utility bills. And there's a couple reasons why. First of all, electricity rates are tiered. So homeowners who don't separate the meters get penalized by being bumped into a higher tier because their tenants is lumped with their usage. Second, homeowners who include utilities in the ADU rent are at a disadvantage. It can be really hard to guess how much your tenants' utilities will cost over the years and set a rent that will cover it. People learned this the hard way during the pandemic. Everyone was working from home, so utility bills soared, and landlords who included that in the rent just had to eat those costs. Remote work is probably here to stay, so there's a chance your ADU tenants could be using more utilities around the clock. Or not, you don't know, and that's why it's best that they just pay for their own. It's true that many ADUs have solar panels, which cut down on today's electric bill, but who knows what will happen in the future with utilities, including gas and water, as well as electricity. ADUs are long-term investments. If you'll be renting yours, installing separate utility meters could save you thousands in the long run. Mistake number 5, hiring an inexperienced or unlicensed general contractor. I know it is so tempting to go with that contractor that gives you the lowest bid, but are you really saving money? Be wary of hiring someone that gives you a drastically low quote in comparison to others that you're receiving. This could be a sign that they're inexperienced or that they're unlicensed. Keep in mind that this isn't just a kitchen remodel. You're building a home for someone to live in. So why compromise on their safety and their comfort just to save a little bit of money? This could end up costing you a lot more in the long run. Hiring someone that is unlicensed can also lead to longer building times, shoddy workmanship, or in the worst case, someone that runs off with your money while you sit with a dusty construction site in your backyard. We've seen it happen. Most states don't mess around when it comes to giving out license to contractors, and they'll require a contractor to have a few years of experience, complete an application process, and oftentimes obtain liability insurance. So if you hire someone who's fully licensed, you can rest easy knowing that they're qualified for the job and that you are protected as the homeowner. At Maxable, we vet all of our general contractor partners to ensure their license is up to date, they have a great track record, and all the necessary experience to deliver a beautiful product for you. If all of that seems like a lot to remember, well, it is. That's why hiring the right people to design and build your accessory dwelling unit is so crucial. They'll see around the corners so that you don't have to. Their knowledge and experience buys you peace of mind and also gets you an amazing, life-changing ADU. If you're curious about your property's potential for an ADU, hop onto a call with one of our experts. We'll research your property and help you source your ADU designer and general contractor. Click the link below to enter your address and find out your property's potential. And as always, don't forget to like and subscribe.